in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips on how to film aesthetic videos. It looks good. I think we're ready. Hey loves, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys already know me, you know that I'm all about content creation. I'm all about production. I love sharing with you guys tips and tricks on how you can create visually engaging, visually appealing content online. So if you guys are interested, stick around and let's get right into this video. This video is sponsored by Epidemic Sound. With Epidemic Sound, you can easily discover the right soundtrack that is restriction-free to match the aesthetics of your video. And more on that later. Okay, so it's definitely been a while since we created a tutorial-like form type of content. And you guys know that when it comes to filming, when it comes to setting up, when it comes to lighting, when it comes to camera, I am that girl. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys tips and tricks and also behind the scenes on like how to film aesthetic looking videos like this. I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes and show you exactly how we set up, what we used, and the entire set. So when it comes to filming in general, you kind of have to visualize and have an idea of what you want the end result to look like. So the first step you need to do is to create an aesthetic vision, right? Close your eyes and visualize what you want the background or the set or your end results to look like, and see if you can write it down or draw it out, right? You need to be able to visualize it because having that vision will help in set designing and decorating and planning out your outfits and, you know, picking out the mood, picking out the music, the sound effects and all of that. So that's the first thing you need to do. Figure out what you want the end result to look like. Do you want it to be clean and bright and minimal? Or do you want it to be dark and moody? Or you want it to be pink and, you know, airy? Visualize it. Have that in mind and then transcribe that into a mood board or something, right? Something that I did is I like to create like a mood board. I like to have elements and colors of what I have visualized. That way you are transcribing your ideas, your visions into a physical form that can now be implemented. So secondly, you want to create your background and set. Now, based on your aesthetic vision, what ideas you have, you want to be able to implement it in order to set the mood, in order to tell your story the best way possible. And this background that I'm filming in is actually a content studio. This is the selfies from the 6. I'll leave the link down in the description box. And something I do is I like to take elements from my surrounding. You guys know that I'm such a DIY girl. If you watch this entire playlist on like background sets and how I create like budget friendly backdrops, background using things around me, I've used everything to create a background set and you guys would not know, and it always turns out looking amazing. You just have to be able to finesse the background, finesse your camera settings, the lenses, and all that kind of helps in telling the story. Something that I do is to take elements from my living room, from my bedroom, from, you know, the kitchen, from wherever it is. You can move things around. You can create that set using what you probably already have. Whatever, you know, aesthetic vision you might have created in your head, you can create it in a set like this, right? Moving on, lighting. Lighting for me is everything, and you guys might know this if you've followed me long enough. I talk about lighting in all of my production videos, and I'll leave a playlist here again if you're new here to check it out. Definitely feel free to play around with what you already have. If you have huge windows in front of you like I do right now, and I'm filming with just natural light, I just have one ring light. So the way you set your lights is based on the set design that you currently have and the vision you have. So if you have like a moody theme, you probably want to limit the light that you let in, right? In order to keep that moody theme going on. Maybe just focus on using one main key light. However, if you want like a very bright, airy aesthetic, then try as much as possible to use natural light. Like I say, it's always the best. It's so flattering on the skin. It is easy to work with. It is free and it's already there. However, if you don't have natural light, feel free to invest in LED panels like this. I have tons of resources and videos that kind of walk you guys through how to set it up. I'll put the links over here so you guys can check it out. Got you covered. So check it out and, you know, get started with how to composition the lights and how to make it work. Definitely lighting plays a huge role when it comes to telling the story. If you follow the other, have a vision, create a set, light to tell the mood, then we are almost ready to start filming. What captures the moment, and that for me is the camera that I'm filming with, right? It's how you use it and how you set it. For me, I always use my Canon, right? I use the Canon M6 Mark II. I've been using this one for about 3 years, and I'm also using my Canon T6i to create that dimension and movement, so that way it gives off the aesthetic that I have visualized in my head. I will leave all the settings that I have currently on over here so you guys can see all that I'm using. And for the lens that I'm using a Sigma 18 to 35 f1.8 lens. However, if you don't have a camera, it's not an excuse. If you've gotten through the first 3 steps, get your phone out, set it up on a tripod and hit the record button, because this can do all that you need. And again, I have resources on filming with a mobile phone. I'll leave it over here so you guys can check it out and get started with it. We cannot talk about filming a video without talking about the audio. That is the microphone that I'm using, and for this I'm using the Fifine K688 podcast microphone. I love this, I love the sound of it, but if you want something more discreet and less bulky, you can definitely opt for a lavalier microphone or a wireless microphone. But I'm hiding this behind the flower vase so you guys, it will be less bulky, and this is what it sounds like. What do we sound like? Good. So let's move on to compositioning and framing, right? And typically how I composition my camera and how I frame my camera is I like to use the rule of third. It's either I am staying at the third, right, which is somewhere around here, but I'm kind of like trying to be comfortable, or I stay at the middle so that way I can be the main focus. However, if you want to include a lot of text in your visuals, in your video, you might want to use the rule of third and stay somewhere here, so that way you can put the text here, you can put the images here, you can put the videos here, and it doesn't distract from the message that you're telling. But typically for like a YouTube type of content, I like to sit down in the middle so that way I can be in focus and your eyes can be like directed at me. You can have another camera just to create that dimension and create that depth and different shots, so that way it's engaging but it's still aesthetic. It makes it more interacting visually. Post-production for me, I feel like this just ties everything down together, and I talk about this a lot in all of my videos, because how you edit after you've created makes the story, right? You can tell the story, but the story can never be complete, and it might never make sense if you don't edit it the right way. Color grade you're using, the effects you're using, the transitions you're using, and most importantly, the music you're using. And that is why I'm so excited again to be partnering with Epidemic Sound for this video, because they have the best platform when it comes to selecting a wide array of royalty-free music. And again, you can get any type of music you want to fit the aesthetic or the mood that you're trying to convey. When it comes to finding the perfect music to fit the aesthetics of your video, using this search bar right here makes it so easy, because you can search based on the latest track, popular track, video, and as well as using a tag or key phrase or a keyword like I'm doing right now. And guys, this sound is an instant hit. Now, if you want to go the easier route, you can use this AI generated and powered tool called the Sound Match. This instantly provides you with a list of sound music options to soothe and match the visuals. And it's so easy. You can also select from an array of playlists and soundtracks as well. So I will leave a link down in the description box so you guys can check it out and get started with it. You can sign up for a 30-day free trial and utilize all the functions, utilize all the AI tool, utilize the sound match, the categories, the playlist, the sound effects, all of that to help create that aesthetic looking video. So this is what my editing timeline looks like for this video, and you guys can see that there is a mix of graphics, text, visuals to help create this aesthetic video, but also sound and music as well. sound effect and music. A balance of this and a synchrony of this makes this entire video come alive. And that's something I wanted to point out. And again, like I said, if you're new to editing, I'll leave this link over here so you guys can check it out. I share with you guys some tips and the entire process on like how I edit and color grade and all that. And let me know if you guys would love like an updated version of that, so that way we can put it out ASAP. And lastly, consistency in your process, in the look of your content. I am a bright person. I love my content to be very bright, very sharp, and you see that all through all my content. I love it to be white, I love it to be clean, I love it to be effortless but still minimal. And yeah, that's basically, you want to make sure that you maintain that level of consistency across your content, with the same text, the same font, the same color grade, the same effects. Let that just use it to create your own unique brand, your own unique visual. That is all. That is how you can create aesthetic looking videos, and that's basically how I create mine and the behind the scenes of it. And I hope that this video was helpful. If you guys would like a more detailed version of any aspect or any points that we talked about, whether it's the visualizing, whether it's being able to create a mood board, whether it's being able to set up the lighting, the camera settings. I love camera settings, by the way. Whether it's the background, the backdrop, the set, let me know down in the comment section and we would definitely work on that. Yeah guys, I hope this video was helpful, and in case you're new here, feel free to subscribe. It is free, it is fun. Again, utilize the link in the description box, sign up to Epidemic Sound for 30-day free trial and get started on there. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Thanks for watching up until the end. I so appreciate you. Definitely click on the subscribe button. If you're yet to subscribe, join the family. If you're kind of thinking of ways on how you can improve your content in terms of the camera setting, in terms of the set, background, I have an entire playlist over here. Be sure to check it out. And yeah, thank me later because you will learn a lot of things from here. So yeah, let's get started on here. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So yeah, let's go.